Box and whisker plots. Box and whisker plots are graphical representations of statistical data that display the distribution of a dataset along with its median, quartiles, and outliers. They are often used to summarize the distribution of a dataset and provide a visual summary of its key statistical measures. A box plot typically consists of a rectangular box which represents the interquartile range of the dataset, the two whiskers which extend from the box to the minimum and maximum values that fall within 1.5 times the interquartile range. Any data points that fall outside the whiskers are considered outliers and are plotted as individual points. The box itself is divided into three sections that represent the first quartile, median, and third quartile of the dataset. The median is the value that falls in the middle of the dataset. The first quartile represents the value that is greater than or equal to 25% of the data points. The third quartile represents the value that is greater than or equal to 75% of the data points. Box plots can be used to compare the distribution of multiple datasets side by side, making it easy to identify differences in the center, spread, and shape of each dataset. They are commonly used in statistical analysis, data visualization, and machine learning. Drawing a box plot. To draw a box and whisker plot, collect your data and organize it into a data set. Then calculate the minimum value, maximum value, median, and quartiles of the dataset. Then calculate the interquartile range, which is the difference between the third quartile and the first quartile. Identify any outliers in the dataset. Outliers are data points that fall more than 1.5 times the interquartile range, below the first quartile, or above the third quartile. Draw a number line that spans the range of the dataset. Draw a box that spans the first quartile to the third quartile with a line inside the box marking the median. Draw whiskers that extend from the box to the minimum and maximum values within 1.5 times the interquartile range. If there are outliers, plot them as individual points beyond the whiskers. Add a title and labels for the x and y axes. Worked example. Here is some information about the masses of potatoes in a sack. The largest potato has a mass of 174 grams. The range is 69 grams. The median is 148 grams. The lower quartile is 121 grams. And the interquartile range is 38 grams. On the grid below, draw a box and whisker plot to show this information. The range is the difference between the largest mass and the smallest mass. The largest mass and the range is given, so calculate smallest mass by range equals largest minus smallest. So 69 equals 174 minus smallest mass. Smallest mass equals 174 minus 69 equals 105. The interquartile range is the difference between upper quartile and the lower quartile. The interquartile range and lower quartile is given. So calculate upper quartile by interquartile range equals upper quartile minus lower quartile. 38 equals upper quartile minus 121. So upper quartile is equal to 159. Draw the vertical lines for smallest mass, lower quartile, median and upper quartile, and the largest mass as shown in the diagram. This is the smallest mass, lower quartile, median, upper quartile and largest mass. Form a box by using the lines for the upper and lower quartiles as two sides of a rectangle. For the whiskers, draw horizontal lines from the middle of the vertical lines and for the smallest and largest mass to the box as shown in the diagram. Examination tips. Double check your box plot to make sure it is accurate and that you have included all the necessary information. Comparing box plots. Comparing box plots can be a useful way to identify differences and similarities in the distribution of different data sets. To compare box plots, plot the box plots side by side with the same scale on the y-axis. This will make it easy to visually compare the center, spread and shape of each data set. Compare the medians of each data set. A higher median may indicate that one dataset has a higher central tendency than another dataset. Look at the boxes of each dataset. A wider box may indicate a larger spread of the data, while a narrow box may indicate a more tightly clustered dataset. Look at the whiskers of each dataset. Longer whiskers may indicate a large range of the data, while shorter whiskers may indicate a more concentrated data set. Identify any outliers in each data set. Outliers may indicate extreme values in the data or errors in the data collection process. Worked example. The box and whisker plots show the times spent exercising in 1 week by a group of women and a group of men, as shown in the diagram. Below are two statements comparing these times. For each one, write down whether you agree or disagree, giving a reason for your answer. First statement is, on average, the women spent less time exercising than the men. And the other is, the times for the women show less variation than the times for the men. For the first statement, compare the medians. Median for men is less than the median for women. And for the second statement, compare the interquartile ranges. Interquartile range for men is 120. Interquartile range for women is 160. So interquartile range for men is less than interquartile range for women. So first statement is disagree. The median for women is greater than the median for the men. So women spend more time exercising. The second statement is disagree. The interquartile range for women is greater than the interquartile range for men. So the exercising time for women show more variation. Examination tips. The median is a useful measure of central tendency and can be used to compare the two data sets. If one median is higher than the other, this suggests that the data set has higher values on average. The quartiles provide information about the spread of the data. If the interquartile range of one dataset is larger than the other, this suggests that the dataset has more variation. Test yourself. Question number 1. The average speeds in km per hour of cars traveling along a road are recorded. The lowest speed is recorded. It's a 1 mark question. The median, it's a 1 mark question. The interquartile range is of 1 mark. Question number 2. Sui works for a company that delivers parcels. One day the company delivered 80 parcels. The table shows information about the weights in kg of these parcels. Weight is given and frequency. Complete the cumulative frequency table. It's a 1 mark question. On the grid opposite, draw a cumulative frequency graph for your table. It's a 2 mark question. Question number 3, part A. Use the cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate for the median. It's a 1 mark. The interquartile range is of 2 marks. The number of students who took more than 40 minutes is of 2 marks. Question number 3b. Roberto records the value of each of the coins he has at home. The table shows the results. Find the range is of 1 mark. Find the mode is of 1 mark. Find the median is of 1 mark. Work out the total value of Roberto's coins is of 2 marks. And then work out the mean is of 1 mark. Question number 3c. Calculate an estimate of the mean is of 6 marks. Question number 4. The cumulative frequency graph shows the times in minutes each of 100 children spent exercising in 1 week. Use the cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate of the 60th percentile is of 1 mark. The number of children who spent more than 3 hours exercising is of 2 marks. Question number 5. 100 students were each asked how much money in $M they spent in 1 week. The frequency table shows the results. Complete the frequency table below is of 2 marks. On the grid, draw the cumulative frequency diagram is of 3 marks. Use your cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate for the median is of 1 mark. For the interquartile range is of 2 marks. And the number of students who spent more than $25 is of 2 marks.